Hey everybody, this is Harrison from LEGO Facts with a retired set review of set 75212, the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. It came with 1,414 pieces and retailed for $170. It is now worth nearly $300 sealed in box. Now looking at the instructions, it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, nothing too crazy in this set. It shows you what you're building in each bag. Bags up to 10. Looking at all these sets, obviously you got the Millennium Falcon, but that really nice TIE Fighter, battle pack. But yeah, pretty standard stuff. It should be around 200 pages, so it's not a short build. Now looking at the minifigures, we have a lot of exclusives in this set. Starting off, we have this young Han Solo who came out in 2 sets in the Solo Waves. He obviously has a dual molded face that you can flip around, make him happy, or as I had him, angry. He came with a blaster, nice leg printing, nothing else. It's just a solid figure overall. Next up we have the Chewbacca. He has 2 crossbody ammo pouches, which is pretty cool, which sets him apart with the other normal Chewbaccas. But this one also came out in 2 sets with that Han Solo. Starting to get into the exclusives, we have this DD-BD droid, which I can't remember what he actually was in the movie. If someone wants to tell me down in the comments, that'd be great, but I thought he was the bartender droid on the Falcon. I could be wrong, but this is a really interesting astromech, and I really enjoy what they did, although you do have some of these gaps, which I find kind of weird. At the right angle, you can just see right through that, which looks really weird, but I mean, this is the best way that they could have gotten it, I guess, so I guess I'll give him the pass. But next figure we have is Kira, which I'm pretty sure was young Han Solo's girlfriend in the movie, and she looks pretty good. A nice torso print, and they gave her a rubber hairpiece, which I find strange because I don't normally see the rubber hairpieces on just normal Lego figures. It's normally just printed like the Leia ones are, and some of the Padme ones from the Clone Wars sets. But they also gave her a dual molded face, so she has that little smirk, and the more serious one, along with a small little blaster that she can fire at the enemies attacking the ship. Next up we have this Kessel operations droid, and I do not remember him from the movie. I don't know if he was just in it for a split second or what, but he is a really cool figure. He's got really nice torso printing, and I do enjoy the mud on his feet and on his legs. If someone wants to tell me when this figure actually was in the movie, that'd really help. Now really ramping up in price, we have this Lando Calrissian, and I love this figure. He looks so clean, but I really love this cape that they gave him. I'm pretty sure, here, let's look, 1 whole piece. So obviously you fold it in like a normal one, but instead of just putting this one through, it's both of them, which give him that really cool collar look, which he has in the movie, which I really think Lego did a very good job on. Now the most expensive minifigure in this set, hands down, is this Quay Tulsite Pike Syndicate minifigure. It looks amazing. They used this dress leg piece, and they printed on the back, which looks amazing. Now looking at the actual set, it looks fantastic. I absolutely love this set, and I love the blue and white on it compared to the actual Millennium Falcons that they've made for the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. It looks fantastic. Now starting up front, we do have this cockpit piece, which can come off by a few stud connections right there. Now putting 2 minifigures actually in the cockpit is really tight. You can fit Chewie and Han in there, or any other figure that you want to, but I don't think you would want to put him in the cockpit. Sorry, buddy. But it is really tight. You have to move some of their hands to make it work, but you can fit them both in the cockpit. Now you can see them through the translucent piece, which looks really cool. And side note, this white doesn't match this white. I know my set might be yellowed from the sun, but it just doesn't match. And even on the side, I don't know if you can tell, but there are lighter white or brighter white accents along the cockpit piece, which matches this a lot better. I don't know what Lego was doing. I don't know if it's just hard to print it that way, but it is an off-white. I don't know how well you can actually see it on camera, but it is an off-white. Just looking at it from back here, you can't really tell, but that is something that is, hey, wait a minute, that's off kind of deal. Now, before we actually get to the main interior of the ship, let's take a look at the escape pod. You can lift this up and put a minifigure inside. It's pretty spacious. You could probably fit a few of them in here. Well, probably not, because you have to lay them down in the actual escape pod. There we go. We put this guy in there. It's really, really neat. It has a control panel in there, and you could probably fit another crate inside. You can close that up and then pull it away. There's a little jet booster on the back, 2 of them on the side, and it just attaches to these clips right on the inside, right down there, and you can send this away. Bye-bye. Now, looking at the interior, it's pretty easy to open up. You just open up these panels like you've seen on every other Millennium Falcon playset build. It's pretty easy to do so. I know the most recent playscale Millennium Falcon has big panels that you open up, but this is fine. These are just individual ones. And actually, looking inside, you have the space chessboard game, whatever it is that Chewie plays. There's also a command center right down here. A nice clip that you can put any weapon. I have a lightsaber in there for whatever reason. I haven't touched this set since I built it back in 2018. A nice looking bar area, which I like to put this droid behind as kind of like a bartender to serve. Now, looking over in the corner, we have 2 crates in here that I'm pretty sure store the coaxium that is still from Kessel. That obviously the Kessel run is all about. Now, looking next to the barrels, we do have a nice looking walkway you can drop down and that minifigures can come out of. It's probably a little tight of a squeeze. Here comes Landa down the walkway. You can walk up. That's a nice play feature that they have. Now, on the top of the Millennium Falcon, we have this nice little gun that you can pretend to fire. And if you lift this up, a nice little windscreen piece, it's a cool looking gunner's seat. Now, placing 2 minifigures in the actual gunner seats looks really nice. It has this red targeting translucent piece, which represents it really well. And let's see, putting them in the actual spot to go is a little tricky. I have to jam a few of them in there. There we go. You can close up perfectly fine. You can fire. And it also has one on the bottom of the set right there. Same exact piece, just on the bottom of the set. Closing up the Millennium Falcon actually has a really nice radar dish that you can move around, play with, whatever, but it looks really nice. That's one thing you got to be careful with, is that sometimes it can break off if you're not careful, but most of the time it will stay on just fine and look great. Looking at the back of the Millennium Falcon, you have these really nice detailed sticker pieces that are supposed to be the engines. Looks great, and 2 more stickers on each side just to add more detail. I think the stickers are fine on the set. They look really nice. They add a lot of detail. Not too crazy, so it's not a sticker heavy set, but it's plenty of stickers. Now, I want to talk about the engines on the back of the Millennium Falcon. They use this really cool translucent blue tube piece that wraps all the way around the back of the Millennium Falcon to indicate the thrust coming out of each engine, which I know in other Millennium Falcon sets, they use tiles and bricks to get that look, but I think the tube looks amazing. It's very thin. It's not very bulky, which I know is a problem with some other sets that use the tiles and bricks, but the tube looks great. The only problem that you have with it is it pokes out in between each section, which I guess it's not supposed to have a gap there, but it is noticeable when you're looking at it from this angle, from a bird's eye view. It's just very noticeable. And also there are a lot of gaps in the in each panel, which I know is remedied from other Millennium Falcons that just have the panels, like I mentioned with that Rise of Skywalker Millennium Falcon that came out for the movie. Overall, I really love this set, and I definitely recommend picking it up. Although that $300 price point is really steep, it is definitely one of the best looking solo sets that LEGO has ever made. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and leaving a like. If there are any other retired LEGO sets that you want me to review, please leave a comment down below. Peace.